Matt Zone is the Cleveland City Councilman for the De Jesus family neighborhood and has been part of the effort to bring Gina home. Councilman Zone, good morning to you.
Good morning, Matt.
Let me just start with, you were listening to Jeff's report. You're hearing some of these details that are now emerging. How do you even process these?
Well, the gruesome brutality that went on is unfathomable. You know, these are three young women, and to be held captive for 10 years is just reprehensible.
You've been with this family for those 10 years since Gina was abducted in 2004. Can you describe the moments of anticipation yesterday as she was about to be reunited with her family? What were they going through?
Anxiety. I mean, the community really couldn't believe that this moment was happening. We heard that Gina was rescued along with Michelle and Amanda on Monday, and to know that she was finally coming home to her own house, to walk through her front door, to sleep eventually in her own bed was just heartwarming.
We listened to the cheers from members of the neighborhood and the community, and she got inside with her family. Can you tell us what were the first things they said to each other? What did they want to share with each other?
Well, there weren't many words said. There was a lot of tears, a lot of hugs, and I think just subliminally you knew what the other person was saying. Hugs all around, neighbors hugging neighbors, family members hugging neighbors. It was just such an emotional experience, one that I'll never forget.
There are questions now about what happened over these last 10 years and what the police did or didn't do. This was a very poor neighborhood where these girls were held for that decade. Are you confident that the appropriate amount of resources and effort were put into this case as compared to if this abduction had taken place in a more affluent neighborhood?
Well, I will tell you, it wasn't for lack of being in the public realm. The family did an amazing job, I think, constantly keeping this at the forefront of the police department, city leaders. They were constantly holding vigils and rallies. I know that from everything that I've read thus far, that the police have never left one stone unturned. In fact, as recently as last summer, on an anonymous tip, and then they eventually found it up just several blocks from the location where we're at right now, you know, the city spent 48 hours digging through the night because we were told that the remains of Amanda Berry were in that ground. That cost the city nearly several $100,000, and that's just what we had to do, and it was the right thing to do.
Councilman Matt Zone. Councilman Zone, thank you for your time this morning. Our best to the family.
Thank you, Matt.